Hi, welcome to the April stargazing guide for the tropical south. Whether you're living in the tropical south or visiting the southern hemisphere savannas, this is a practical guide that will help you to explore the night skies in April. This video features visuals from the Stellarium app, accessible online via this link. The illustrations depict the night sky as seen about 6 degrees south of equator, around mid-April between 9 and 10 p.m. If you are in an urban area, look for the darkest place you can find, ideally away from any direct lights to get the best view. The main constellation chosen for April in this episode is Leo, the Lion, which is at the time and date of this guide found in the northern sky close to overhead. In addition to finding Leo, we will see 6 more constellations in the northern sky, namely Ursa Major, Puppis, Gemini, Cancer, Virgo, and Libra. We'll also identify the Sickle of Leo asterism and the zodiac constellations visible in April. We'll then turn south to see constellations Centaurus, the Crux, Triangulum, Australe, Lupus, Carina, Puppis, and Vela. Here we'll also see the asterisms False Cross, Diamond Cross, the Southern Cross, and the Southern Pointer stars. Towards the end, we'll look at the position of the planet Jupiter in April 2026 in the northwestern sky. Let us begin with finding Leo in the northern sky. Turning north and raising your eyes, you will see 5 distinctly bright stars close to overhead somewhere here. I should emphasize that these stars are very close to the point straight above your head, also known as zenith. The 2 stars on the left are Regulus and Algebra. Regulus, which is the one above, is a 4-star system located 79 light years away. It is the brightest star in the constellation Leo, and thus it is also known as Alpha Leonis, or the heart of the lion. Together with the 2 stars on the left end are other less bright stars that can be traced to get a shape of a sickle like this. This is the Sickle of Leo asterism, which forms the front part of the lion. Of the 5 stars we have identified, the one on the far right is Dimbola, which marks the tail of the lion. Dimbola is a white main sequence star located about 39 light years away. The rest of the lion's body, therefore, lies in the rightward direction, looking like this. This completes the shape of the constellation Leo, the lion. From our position and time, the lion looks upside down. Down below Leo are 7 distinctly visible stars that you can connect to get this pattern. This pattern is the Big Dipper asterism. The 2 stars on the left here are known as the northern pointer stars because if you extend the line connecting them in the downward direction like this, it will take you to the North Star, which is roughly located above the North Pole. From our tropical south viewpoint, the North Star is below the horizon. The Big Dipper is part of the constellation Ursa Major, which looks like this. If we draw an arch extending the handle of the Big Dipper in the uprightward direction like this, it will take you to a very bright star. This bright star is Arcturus, the 4th brightest star in the night sky. Arcturus is a red giant star located 37 light years away in the constellation Bootes. It is about 25 times the sun's diameter and 180 times more luminous. The constellation Bootes, the kite, looks like this. Extending the arch line from the Big Dipper further takes you to another bright star here. This star is Spica, which is in the constellation Virgo. To see this well, you will need to turn and face east because, as you can see, we are already in the eastern side of zenith. The constellation Virgo looks like this. From Spica, I like to make a branching line extension further into the southern celestial sphere towards a very distinctive group of stars forming a quadrilateral pattern here. This quadrilateral pattern is the constellation Corvus, the crow. This constellation is also called Spica's Spanker or the sail asterism. From Leo, if you look further in the northwestern sky, you will see a pair of stars looking like this. The brighter star in this pair is Pollux and the other is Castor. These stars represent the heads of the Gemini, the twins. The bodies of the twins run in the westward direction like this. Between Gemini and Leo, there is a constellation named Cancer, whose stars are not as easy to see like those of the other constellations. Cancer looks like this. Besides Ursa Major, Puppis, and Corvus, the rest of the constellations we have seen here are zodiac constellations. That is Gemini, Cancer, Leo, and Virgo. Farther in the east is another zodiac constellation, Libra, which looks like this. Zodiac constellations are those lying in the ecliptic. That is the path taken by the sun, moon, and the planets in the sky. Now, let us turn to the southern sky. Looking south, find a pair of very bright stars to your left here. The brighter one on the lower side is Rigil Kentaurus and the other is Hadar. They are the southern pointer stars, called so because they point to the southern cross, which is marked by these 4 stars here, which are easily recognizable. Rigil, Centaurus, and Hadar are part of the constellation Centaurus, which looks like this. The southern cross is the Crux constellation. Rigil Centaurus is the nearest star system, situated about 4.4 light years away in the Centaurus constellation. It is a triple star system comprising Alpha Centauri A and B and Proxima Centauri. It ranks as the 3rd brightest star in the night sky. If you look to the southwestern sky, you should be able to see a very bright star somewhere here. This is Canopus, the 2nd brightest star in the night sky. From Canopus, in the upward direction, there are several bright stars. Out of these, you can see these 4 clearly from a backyard in the city. They give a shape of a big cross looking like this. This pattern touches the false cross asterism at the left end here, beneath which is the diamond cross asterism here. With these patterns, let us identify constellations in this area. The constellation Carina, the keel of the ship, touches the star Canopus on one end and the diamond cross on the other end, looking like this. Above Carina, on the right, is the constellation Puppis, which represents the stern of the ship here, while the constellation Vela, that represents the sails of the ship, is also above Carina on the left here. Below the pointer stars is the constellation Triangulum Australe, which is easy to see from areas with moderate light pollution. To the left of Centaurus is the constellation Lupus, the wolf, here. It is worth mentioning that in the western sky, the bright stars forming the winter triangle asterism are still visible at the date and time of this guide. These are Sirius, Procyon, and Betelgeuse. Each of the objects we have talked about from the beginning to this point remains at fairly the same position in the middle of April around 9 to 10 p.m., 6 degrees south of equator. This is because stars are so far away, they do not seem to move at all in our lifetime. Planets, on the other hand, keep changing their position relative to other objects, which is the reason they were considered to be wanderers. In April 2026, Jupiter is visible at the time of this guide in the northwestern sky. It is the brightest object located in the constellation Gemini here. Jupiter is now in prograde motion. Thus, if you watch Jupiter day by day, you will note that it is moving eastward against the background stars. That brings us to the end of our brief stargazing guide in the tropical south for April. It is my hope that you have found it helpful. If so, please like. I will also appreciate your comments. Thank you for watching.